Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghu here. In this class we will discuss about hierarchical clustering. In our previous classes we discussed about k-means clustering and the implementation of k-means clustering. So please follow our playlist from the beginning so that you will have a better understanding of the complete machine learning concepts. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, we will take some example and understand what hierarchical clustering is. Let's take an example. The example data set which we consider here is, this is our example data set. So how hierarchical clustering works is, initially it will consider each and every data point as one cluster. This is one cluster, this is one cluster, this is one cluster, this is one, like that it will consider each and every data point as one cluster. So later on what it will do is, it will identify the distance between each and every cluster. Within that we have to identify the least distance between the two clusters. Let's take an example. In this, between these two clusters we are having the least distance. So that is considered as these 2 points will considered as one cluster. Now in that way it will go from bottom approach to bottom to top approach. This is what hierarchical clustering is. See, let's take the example. We'll complete the example. So these two data points will be considered as one cluster, and this is one cluster, this is one cluster, this is one cluster, this is one cluster. Again repeat the process. Identify the distance between the two clusters. This is considered as one cluster, this is one cluster. Out of that we have to identify the minimum distance for in between which two clusters we are having minimum distance. That clusters will be combined. So now coming to the next one, these two is having the minimum distance. So these two belongs to one cluster. That is how we do the hierarchical clustering, and we repeat this process. Now we are having, this is one cluster, this is one cluster, this is one cluster, and this is one cluster. Out of that we have to identify, so this cluster to this cluster we have to calculate the distance. The important point we have to understand here is, so from here we can calculate distance to this cluster. In this cluster we are having 2 points. To which point we have to consider the distance? We have to take the maximum distance, we have to take the minimum distance, or we have to take the average distance. So different distance metrics leads to different outputs. So we will discuss in depth about this in our next classes. I am giving you the hint at this stage. I am giving the hint what we will discuss in our next classes. So assume that we are using here the minimum distance. So this point to this point distance is calculated like that. This point to this point distance, this point to this point, it is not point, this cluster to this cluster distance. So out of that we have to identify the minimum ones, because we are following the minimum distance. So these three comes to one cluster. So next round we are taking it as all these three into one cluster. Again repeat the process. The next time we are getting these 4 data points into one cluster and these 2 points into one cluster. So finally we will get single cluster. Like that hierarchical clustering will works. In hierarchical clustering we are having 2 types. One is agglomerative and second one is divisive. The example which we considered here, this is agglomerative clustering. Agglomerative clustering means it will take each data point as one cluster and it will go from bottom to top approach. The same way the next one is divisive approach. Divisive approach means exactly works as a opposite of agglomerative. What it will take here is, it will consider all the data points as one cluster and it starts dividing into clusters until it reaches to single point cluster. That is what divisive clustering is. Let's take an example and understand how divisive clustering works and what are the difficulties. And in most of the situations divisive clustering is not used because it is computationally expensive. Why it is computationally expensive, we will understand it now. Let's take an example. This is our example data set. What's the divisive clustering algorithm works? It will consider all the data points as one cluster. Assume that this is all belongs to one cluster. So in this we have to divide this into 2 parts. So which points we have to consider? This one cluster, this one cluster. How we identify that? Some of them use some of them they will blindly apply k-means clustering with k is equal to 2 on this full cluster, and it will identify these points as one cluster, this points as one cluster. So is it compulsory to use k-means clustering? No, you can use any method. Some of them use Watts method to divide the points into clustering. So Watts method is not discussed up to now. So in our next classes we discussed about Watts method, and the difficulty here is, let's take an example. Here we identified this as one cluster and this as one cluster. So this is the example, these points come through one cluster, this is one cluster. Now we have to repeat this process. So in our next iteration, which cluster we have to consider to division? So that is what we have to identify. For that, what they will use is, they will calculate the sum of squared error for all the data points in the cluster, and sum of squared errors between all the data points in the cluster, and which cluster is having the highest value, that cluster is considered for future division, in next iteration division. So this will get the highest sum of squared error value. So this cluster will be considered for next division. This cluster is divided into two parts in our next iteration. So for that we can apply k-means here, or we can use Watts method. So forget about Watts method, we will discuss later. If you use Watts method, so the difficulty is we have to consider all the possibilities of these points. Means if you take this group of as one cluster, this is one cluster, so which points we consider into one cluster? We have to consider all the possibilities, whether this point comes to this side or this side. So that is the reason why it is computationally so expensive. In the real time, most of the times they don't use divisive clustering. In our playlist we will discuss about mostly on agglomerative clustering and what are the metrics that how they affect on the clusters. All these concepts will be discussed in our next classes. Hope you understand the concept. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.